Good day, everyone. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please stop the video and read the disclosure. Today, we're almost flat. As we covered yesterday, that we had a beautiful run yesterday, and now we are a little bit flat today. So what I have is the market analyzer on the top. You can follow those trades, the signals, if you want to. And this is an automated trading. You can go on a fully automated or an ATM strategy. The one I'm using is called an ATM strategy, where it can be full automated, but in the same time, we can control the trades. If we wanted to do that, we can control the trades, or we can have the fully automated trade take over, or we can combine those two together and work with it. So what we have here right now, we are very much flat. As you see here, we have only 91 ticks signal, and believe me, when we are done, it will be up to 100 or 200 ticks up. If you want to follow those trades, you have a buy or a sell right there, the column. The safe entry is based on a pullback re-entry. So when you see the market pulling back, you can go ahead and re-enter those numbers. An entry price, the entry price is telling you where you need to enter, and then it tells you where is the target, and it tells you exactly like what the chart shows, that give you the entry, and then it tells you where's the signal, and the trading stops are based on floor and fibs, major one and minor one and major one fib line. And then you have the total P&L here is, at the moment, we have 52 ticks at the moment, and it will be, by the time we are done, it will be around a couple hundred ticks. At the moment, we only have 13 ticks, so we are coming to new signals everywhere. We are coming. If somebody was watching us yesterday, we said that, yesterday we had a good run. So I'm expecting today to be a little bit flat from a beautiful run yesterday. And that's what we were expecting today. Usually when we have a good run in the market for a day or two, and usually the market on the second day, it slows down a little bit and is a bit flat, profit taking, and all this details. The same story here on this area here. We are covering the same entry signals. You have the Forex. The market analyzer on both of sides, they are based on 1 minute and one lot on the future. But on the Forex, we are using as a 10K. But it's the same principle, entry signal. And then you have the price entry on the Forex and the target and how many pips you have. And you can see here it says 10,000K. The same story, this one here, you can use it for an ATM or a full automated, or you can use it both combined, the ATM and the full automated, by call it the ATM strategy. The same time, I mean, we cannot control everything here, but at the same time, you can also feed it to your stocks. And now the stocks here is based on one stock. I mean, of course, you have to have 100 stock or 1,000 or something, but also you can feed the system to enter the market, and let's say 100 stock if you want to hedge the market, and the system will be automated taking the trade. Also, for the stocks, you can see where is your trailing stop, where is the support line for that particular stop, and what is your target. So as an example, if we want to take something very familiar with it, if we want to take as an example Apple, it tells you what is your entry, it tells you where you need to enter, the exit, and now it is all based on one stock only on the market analyzer, and it tells you when it hits the target, and then you can close. The system can close it once it hits the target, so it can be used on a future forex and stocks, the entry signal. So this one here, this area here, and that area here, and that area here is one system called the entry signal, and it comes is in your package, comes in is an ATM strategy, and full automated. All three of them, they enter the same number, and no optimization, no trailing stop required, no tweaking required, no back testing required, no forward testing required. We have plenty of those kind of automated trade, and we figure out traders sit 6 months and they never can get up off the ground with it. So the idea about optimization and back testing and forward testing, it is in the past. This automated system is not fixed target. It is based on today's movement. So sometimes you will have targets 20 ticks, sometimes you will have target 30 ticks, sometimes you have a target. Look, now we have a new signal on one of the stocks, and you can see, tells you where is your entry, your target, and a plus. We have modified this new update with the three different kind of sound, but personally I hate sounds, but you can also have the sound, so can give you the sound when you have a signal. It tells you when you enter, tells you there is a new signal, so you always can be alert with that. So this one here is one automated trading system, which is my favorite because I can get involved with it technically. I cleaned the chart so we can concentrate at the moment on an entry and the target with the automated trading. So I took the fibs away, where the fibs, they are very accurate, where it shows you where it's going to have a turbulence when you are trading in the swing trading. But now for a few days, I'm going to keep the fibs away from the charts, and I'll prefer to have a clean chart. The second here phase is, if you want to follow those trades, is the scalping, and we are using a scalping 1 minute. On the second market analyzer, we are scalping the market. It's a total different system. It's the 150 ticks. Now for the traders, they are using our system. We already have upgraded the B scalper, where we had some traders that were confused between market order and a limited order, and we have explained the difference between a limited order and the benefits of a limited order and a market order, the slippage. But still, some traders that were still confused between those two. So we already have upgraded the B scalper to go ahead and take the trades. You still have the option to take a limited order and a market order, but the update does not require for you to remove your system and update or import a new system. Once you started your Ninjatrader, the system is already communicated with our server and got the new technical today automated trading. So you don't need to do anything with it. If you have a license with us, when you start your Ninjatrader, it's already got the new formula, because every time you start Ninjatrader, there is a communication between your system and our server. If there's any new update, minor update, if there is a major update like this one here, the NT8, we are really busy installing to every trader out there. This is a major upgrade, so we require to remove files and put a new file. But if it's a minor one, you don't feel it, you just start your Ninjatrader 8 and or 7 in that matter, and then it works. So on that area here, we have the scalpers using a scalper 1 minute. You can follow those trades, or you can use the scalper 150 ticks. On the scalpers, we don't have too many options with time frame. but we use 1 minute for a conservative and 150 ticks for aggressive trading. And then on the last one here at the white controller here, it is our swing trading. And the swing trading is a total different approach than the scalper. The swing trading stays on the trade until that trade is closed, or if stays on that trade until the trend has changed direction. So if we are taking anything right now, also on the swing trading and the scalping, you do not need to do any update. As an example, right now, this is an example on the CL. Right now, it entered the market here at 9:45, and you can see this market is pretty much flat, but it is not based on a trailing stop, and it's not based on target. It is based when we enter the market, we stay on that trend until that trend is over. So this is a very good advantage. Even if you have a daily target, 300, 500, 600 is irrelevant. You can set the daily target, but if this target is staying at your favor, then the auto trade is going to stay. As an example here, on the NASDAQ, using a 4 range, this one here, a couple of small trade. And then if this market, if we notice the way closed and the NASDAQ took a short at 83 level and exit somewhere around 66 level here. And the only time it closes when the direction of that trend has changed. And then if we notice, and it took another trade, and this is a really very clear picture how things works on that. And on the second trade here, you can see once it exit the auto trade, the market has collapsed down. So whether you are on a $300 target or on a $500 target, if that trade go into your direction and to your favor, if you are on a 300 or a 500, it's become irrelevant. The auto trade is going to stay on that trade because the market is trending to your favor. So we're not closing that position. So sometimes you will get what you ask for, sometimes you get more, and sometimes you never get it if the market is not moving. So this is the way the swing trading. As you see right now, we have on the CL on one trade is around 1,000. So this one here, it is based for if this market go into our direction, we are not closing that trade. And this is the one you're looking at right now on the CL. We're going to pull the trade right there. And if you notice, it was a very acceptable, very small losing trade. When the market goes to your opposite direction, we are immediately closing it. So it does not require that a high stop loss. And then we had again a wrong trade. And then once this market here took that trade from that area, and we are still on that trade until now. So if you were now the market closed on the CL, and we can see the trend is already over on the CL and has nailed that beautiful, nice swing, the spike today on the CL. So it's no longer probably usually the market is taking a spike one time a day. So it could be at 9:29, could be at 9:25 Eastern time, could be on the last hour, or could be on the last half an hour before the market close. So we have no clue when this market is gonna give us that movement for today. So the swing trading, it is based for that, that we are staying in the market with a limited stop loss until we can nail the big swing of the today and call it off. So for the ones that were following me yesterday, as an example, and I was covering the DAX yesterday on the full range. The DAX took a few trades, and I want to show you today, earlier today on the DAX, that no, I'm sorry, this one, it was the Nasdaq. Took no, that's not the one. Today also we were using the range on the DAX. If I can find it, yesterday on our trade. Oh, here it is. Excuse me. Yesterday, if you look at the video, the ones that were following me yesterday, the full range, it was taking a lot of trades. It took like around what 8-9 trades to close on the. Don't call me, but it made over 1,000 on the DAX yesterday. But it took around maybe 5 or 6 trades. I don't recall it, but you can see, rewind. The video is out there, and I was covering that when the market is moving, that this kind of auto trading, it doesn't matter what time frame you are using. As long as this market is moving, we will be nailing it, and we will not miss any trade. Again, we will not miss any movement in the market if this market moving. So today, this is an example. I was covering yesterday on the previous video that trader jumped from one time frame to another because the other time frame made money more than this time frame. But this is not healthy. I think it is better to stay on one time frame you're happy with. As me, I like the 1 minute, and I'm happy with the 1 minute DAX. And I love the 3 minutes. Also, those are my favorite, the 1 minute and the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes. But the 3 minutes is pretty consistent. But as an example today, the DAX on the range took only 2, did not take 5 and 6 trades like yesterday, which yesterday the market was moving much nicer than today. Today there is a lot of volatility, and it took 2 trades and nailed 1,500. And by around 8, I had a late start today. I didn't get up early. I mean, I don't get up middle of the night every day. Sometimes I get up at 7, sometimes at 8, depends on what happened the night before. So what you see here, I started a little bit late today. I didn't want to get up pretty early. So we started around 7 o'clock this morning, and took a 2 trade, and then it was done over on the DAX by 8 o'clock, 8:35. You were done. As I said on the previous video, that I don't have any commitment to the other traders and all that. If I was just a normal private trader, I would have take the DAX in the morning and call it off, and not to turn on my computer rest of the day. I would have preferred to do that. If you are, you don't have any other commitment, then this is really a DAX can get you off the hook very easy of the day. And if you didn't make it today, there is another day. But most of the days, this DAX makes money. So right now, so on the stocks, it is also very stress-free. It gives you where is the signal, and then you will go ahead. I'm not trading any stocks. I'm just showing you. And the stocks here is based on one. And for the guys, usually use the interactive broker. Absolutely, you can connect your Ninja to interactive broker. I mean, the interactive broker data really sucks, but you can have for $50 kinetic data feed, and connect the interactive broker, or you can directly connect it to your Ninjatrader, and then you can hash the market by feeding the system, taking 100 stock per whatever market you trade. Then you can spread out your capital. Then in the trading is always nice to spread out, even if you have money. Do not to trade 4 contracts on the ES. If you have money, try to take one or two contract ES, one or two contract Nasdaq, one or two contract YM. Always try to hedge the market, whether you are stock, future, or forex trader. Try to put more than one horse in the race. So if one of them passed out, at least you have the other two horses run it. But do not make a bet on one horse in this business. Not in 2018. Everything has changed right now. So right now we're about to have a new signal to all of them, and we will be watching this market carefully. It is a brutal day, actually. We have not got a new signal, and we don't have any active trading at the moment at the price action. So the only thing it is the DAX because it's coming from the morning, but the U.S. market has not yet took a direction. So we are waiting on some kind of direction in the U.S. market. So that's why you see when the market is flat, you can see this is where your scalpers start bribing because the scalpers are made when the market is a little bit sideways, and this is where the scalpers means that we're trying to find small windows here and there, trying to take trades and get out as soon as possible. We're the opposite of the swing trading. So right now on the DAX, we already hit the target, but now we are waiting on a new signal. There is no trades whatsoever. We are waiting on the new signals with the future market. And I think the only thing right now today, if you are insistent on taking any trades, the CL, it is a very good runner today. Where the ES is struggling, the Nasdaq is struggling, and the Dow Jones is struggling. So if you are trying to find an entry, this is a very fresh new signal right now coming out, and you have a sell entry, you have a target, so you can rely on the market analyzer. If you want to follow the market analyzer, you have a 68.25 an entry price. Your target is 67.58, and this is your entry. If you have your fibs or your own fibs, because I did not put the fibs, and I will not put the fibs next week either, because I need to have a clean chart. But on the pullback, this is when you're relying on the fibs. On the pullback, on the CL, you gotta watch out for that number is 68.76. That means this is where the place you're gonna be re-entering the market again based on the pullback. But if you're trying to enter the CL, it is 68.26, and the target is 67.58. It's actually not that much, and we are just really flat right now in the market. The only thing you can see it is the DAX hit the target because from the European session, and today, as you see, the market is very flat, and it is very important to see the system when the market is making money and when the market is pretty much flat, so you can see both of sides. I don't want you to just see when it's just honey. As you see right now, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, they are struggling, and there is no new signal, and the auto trade has not taken any trade yet. So we are waiting on a new signal for the auto trade to take. There is no trade on the Nasdaq. There is no trade on the ES, and we are waiting on a new signal. Now, timing, it is crucial with the automated trading. So what I'm trying to say on that system here, on the swing trading, on the price action here, you cannot run it globally. That's for sure. You cannot run it globally. I mean, you have to start activating your auto trade around 9:45. This is where you need to start activating, because at 9:30 the market is going to be banging left and right by buyers and sellers and trying to find a direction. It's exactly when you are taking off from an aircraft. You have your seatbelt until that airplane gets to certain level and go into a direction, and this is when you take your seatbelt off. So with the trading, when the market is open, and especially when you are trading on the technical view side, and even if it's an automated, you should not activate that system here anytime before 9:45, 15 minutes after the market is open. You will activate that system here, not before. Or if you wanted to use the DAX in the morning, if you're living in Europe, you wait 15, 20 minutes after the DAX open, and then you activate that system. You do not activate that system before the market's open, because there is a lot of buying and selling orders, and is putting the market in distress. We don't know if it's going to be a lift off or it's going to be hammering to the downside. So it is very advisable the first 15 minutes to stay away from the trading if you want to use that system here. So the best time to activate it is at 9:45. And the reason it is, as you see right now, after we have activated, we have not got any new signal from 9:45. And we got a one lousy signal from the CL, but the auto trade has not taken any trades. And the reason is, those are the old signals, and now we are looking for the new signal. So when you are activating your auto trade, it's not going to be taking an old signal. He's going to be taking a new signal. So right now, anything we touch, there is no trades whatsoever. Once we have a new signal, then it is going to start activating and start taking those trades. And like the swing trading or the scalper, the minute you activate that auto trade, is going to start looking for trade. Where on that one here, if there is the market is not trending right now, we are at 10:44. If this market not trending, it's not going to be taking any trade. So you are safe and sitting on the side, because that system in a way is exactly responding like any human looking at the market and taking a manual trade. There is no black box on the targets. There is no black box on the trailing stop. There is no black box on the entry. So it is really, even the trailing stop move back and forward is exactly like when a human is trading. So this one here is going to sit on the side until we get a new signal. So now you are not in trouble because of that auto trade not taking any trades, because the market is not finding a direction. Once this market start taking direction, we will be taking a trade. And like the swing trading, on the swing trading, you can start it at the swing trading at 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning Eastern time, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen. There is nothing we can do about it. So this one here, you should start it around 9:45. The swing trading, you should start it between 9 o'clock and 9:30, because we don't want to miss the trend, because this is a different approach to the market. So on that one here, we don't want to miss any movement in the market. Of course, if the market got in trouble, you will be in trouble. And if the market start moving, you will be moving with that market without sweat. Where on the scalpers, we can use the B scalper overnight, or you can use the A scalper doing the global. But on the scalpers, you can practically start around 8 o'clock in the morning, and you should be done by 12 o'clock, no longer than 12. After 12 o'clock, you will be going in a circle. So the whole idea is, on the scalper, if your target is 200 or 300 or 100, okay, we have a new signal. I'm sitting bubbling here, and we have a new signal. So let's look at those new signals on the ES. We have a sell entry on the ES is 27.19, and your target is 27.10. On the NASDAQ, we have a new signal, 70.66, and your target is 7.30. Folks, for whoever is following those trades here, we're not responsible for your trade. We just sharing this information with you. If you want to take those trades, take them on a sim, or if you wanted to take those trades, um, um, please go ahead and do it. But we're not responsible for your trade. So please, we're not collecting money. We're not collecting information out of any trader here. So please be careful how to trade. We have a new signal on the, when I first started the video here, if you go back, and I said, believe me or not, once we are done with the webinar here or with that video today, you will see a couple hundred ticks immediately. And now, when we started, we were very flat. And right now, we are up 163 ticks immediately. So let's look at the YM. And we have an entry on the YM and we have an entry on the DAX, and we will see what happened. The market is a lot of volatility today in the market, so please be careful and be a little bit your if you are taking the trades today, try to be taking the trade in a way it has to be in a certain condition to take those trades. I mean, it has to be high condition for you. It should not be all over the place. As an example, yesterday the market was moving very fast, very nicely, very smoothly. And no matter what you've done, you made money. Doesn't matter what system you are using, you made money. And what we said yesterday, after a good, nice run in the market, usually we're going to get volatility after a day or two. And actually, we are diving into volatility today because of the movement yesterday, profit takings, everything. A lot of people knows the trick, so they stay on the side today as well. After a good movement yesterday, the numbers were unbelievable with the market. So right now, we are diving into a lot of volatility today. So please be careful with your trading and try not to be all over the place. Whatever you do, try to be really um, little bit conservative side. And if you don't like the way things moving, that's okay. Sit on the side. Nothing wrong with it. We all do that. When we see the market is not to our standard, then we sit on the side. So you don't have to sit down and try to find a direction for the market if the market cannot find direction. It's actually very healthy to sit on the side and watch the market if you are not pleased the way the market is moving. Just to stay the hell away from it and wait till the market start going smoothing out, and then you can start taking the trades. As you notice right now, the market is in a lot of volatility. No matter what we are doing right now, everything is in trouble. If we are looking, we have to show the good side and the bad side. There is nothing wrong with that. If we notice, it's like the opposite from yesterday. Every trade right now, every trade on the scalper is struggling. Look, and this is about math and algorithm. It's not about eyeballing and taking a trade, visual trading. So you can see the struggling right now in the market and the market direction. There is a struggle. Also on the entry signal, there is a struggling in the market. And so it is a little bit nasty today. So be careful with your trading. And we will see if there's anything gonna happen to this market. But this market, it is really a struggling day today, and it is very healthy to see both of side from the system when things can go wrong and things can go very nicely. Because it cannot be just one direction. This is really, really a change in direction in the market, and we can see everything in the market is struggling, and the whole momentum in this market flipping between short and long, and that is gonna that is gonna cause a lot of losses today among the traders, the ones that are um, visually trying to trade by themselves, it will be today heavy losses among the traders. And I'm not talking about my traders, I'm talking about everybody worldwide today, traders that will be struggling today. And it will be nasty if it's going to stay like this all day. On a days like this, when I see the market, if the auto trades are struggling today, then I sit on the side. It's the much better, or I wait 15, 20 minutes till this market start taking direction. We will see now start lining up a little bit. There is a new signal on the euro dollar. We have a new signal on the euro dollar, and your entry is 66, and then the target 687. So this is your new signal on your forex. Boy, it's nasty. Okay, we are changing direction in the market, so let's see what will happen. Every single system right now, if you look at it, is struggling. Every single system. So three different approach. The signal entry approach the market in one direction. The scalpers approach the market in different direction, and the swing trading approach it in a different way. And all of them are struggling. That tells you how nasty sometimes this market can go, and it is much better sometimes to sit on the side. And that's exactly what I said yesterday. Okay, we have a new signal on the 6E. You gotta be, when we have a nice day or two, that's mean be careful with there's a new entry on the 6E. And let's see if this one gonna do any good. Let's go back on the ES. We have a new signal right there. On the ES, there is nothing right now. For the scalpers, we use 15 ticks stop loss. On the scalpers, we only use 15 ticks. We It's not swing trading. On the swing trading, it close itself. There is no stop loss. It close itself. You can use a stop loss on the swing trading 15 ticks or so, but it's not really important because the stop losses on the swing trading are very tight. So if you let the system take over, And if you find the system is the direction is changing, it's gonna close immediately, and it's not gonna be. You're not gonna do any better than what the system it will do. As an example, if you take the ES five range, four range, now the swing trading tried to take a short trade and it fell. Okay, fair enough. But if we examine the stop loss on it, is 1975 is the entry and exit at 2125 immediately when the market had changed direction. So actually, on the swing trading, you're not going to be doing any better than do it yourself. Let the system take over, because sometimes also you will find the system will break even immediately from that trade if the system go in the opposite direction. So on this one here, you have 1.5 point stop loss. You're not going to be nailing it better than that. The reason is I say let the system take over, because if you are using, and which we have seen a lot of guys did this, where they use four ticks and five ticks as stop loss, then you are exiting on the same bar in every entry, and that is not good. So it works against you actually when you tight up the trailing stop or the stop loss on an automated trade, because you have to calculate the bar you are using is more than four takes. So you gotta be careful how to play your cards with the stop losses. That it is very, very, very important. So that's why I leave it. For the scalpers, we use 15 ticks, and for the swing trade, and we let the system be taking control over the stop loss. I think it's much better. It's healthier this way. And a lot of times, if the on the swing trading, no matter what market you are taking, if it's is going to break even, and exit that trade immediately if the market go in the opposite direction. No matter what, look, even if it's this is 244 Russell, and when things is not right, got in at 61.9 and exit at 61.8, just paid for your broker. And it's much better to do that and get rid of that trade than to go against you. So if things is not going to your direction, that auto trade is gonna try to exit immediately out of it. So actually, I mean, we have so many systems. I cannot cover all of it, but we have the C scalper. You put two contracts on it on the C scalper. I mean, we have not covered everything, but let's for the ones our members, if you try to look at the C scalper, you give it two contracts. If But it does not take two contracts. What it does, it take one contract. If go into your direction, it's going to stay on one contract. If the market going against you, it's going to take one more contract and exit as soon as possible out of it to break even. So this is both of way, so there is a lot of things you can do, that when things can go wrong against you, you can bail out of it, and it is very nice to do that sometimes. Alrighty, so we'll try to stay on the side waiting on a new direction. Boy, it's gonna be a nice ride today. It is. Fast your seatbelt today. If it's gonna stay like this all day long, it's gonna be a nightmare. So let's see if we're gonna find direction today. The market is really, really flat market at the moment. Let's go back to ES, waiting on a new signal. This is exactly what I was covering yesterday, that when the trader keep insisting on going all day long trade, if we notice the ES today have a very nice gain early this morning, and now we are down $25 on the ES. It gave up all the gain from earlier today. So especially that's very important for a trader. When I was covering yesterday, that you cannot be uh, trading all day long, because on a nasty day like now with this market, it's not getting anywhere, that you can give up all your profit for earlier session, or on a day like this, it is much better to just close your computer, stay with your family, or do something else so you will not get in trouble, or try to do some training or do whatever, but stay out of trouble. Right now, you have no idea how many people worldwide are really getting hammered with their trades, and they are losing their butt off. So there, and it is much better um, when you see the auto tradings are struggling. Then maybe it is a very good way to sit on the side for that day. Where it's the opposite yesterday, the opposite, totally opposite yesterday. Whether no matter what you've done yesterday, you made money. Any direction you took a trade, you made money. And today you can see everything in this market is a struggle. Scalping is struggling, the swing trading is struggling, and the price action is struggling. So I'm gonna be sitting on the side. I'm not gonna be turning off, but I will be sitting on the side till we find a direction in this market. At the moment, we are sitting, getting nowhere, and only things is the swing trading. Uh, this is not really uh, the best numbers. By 11 o'clock, we should see some better numbers, but this is not really. Uh, it is a really struggling day. A lot of small trades. Let's look at the stocks, see what's going on. Even on the stocks, you can see is a very, doesn't matter about those numbers. Those are based on one stock, but you can see. I don't care about those stocks, but you can see there is a lot of buying and selling. I mean, they're not. There is a lot of mixed market. Even in the stock, there is a lot of mixed market in the stock. So, like the future is no better. So, um, those are the days maybe it's better to sit on the side. I'm gonna keep sharing my screen, and I will stay quiet for a while, and we'll wait for a new signal, and we'll try a new signal. Okay, so Okay, we finally got something going, and the target on the CL is 69.28. I I took it a little bit above to to see what will happen on the CL. The target is 69.28. So this is the target on the CL. We have a new signal on the DAX. Tells you the entry and the target. It's right there. So taking one out, probably it will be smart. We have a reversal on the. If we notice, the market came into 69.29, and sorry, the CL went all the way up to 69.26, and our target is 69.28. So we missed two ticks on that target, actually. So we'll see what happened. All day long, the ES, Nasdaq, YM are not getting anywhere. It's extremely flat on ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones. Nothing we can do about it. Target is 69.32. I have it a little bit above to see what will happen to CL. But the automated trading nailing it at 69.31. So we'll see. It is amazing the CL, the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones today never got up, never uh, did anything. It's been in the circle for a couple of hours, and there is nothing. There is nothing on the ES with the swing trade and the price action. This one here, the price action system. Uh, it is all has not done anything, and we have not uh, got anything out of the ES, Nasdaq, and YM today. This is really it is very good to see good day and a bad day. This is a really bad day on the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones. On the swing trading is a total different story, but we're talking about the price action. The ES, Nasdaq, and YM really did not do that. Our target on the CL is 69.37, and practically we are hitting this one here. But the rest, even in the scalping, the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, they are going in the circle, and they're not getting anything out of it. On the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, there is still going in the circle, winning one trade, losing one trade, winning one trade, losing one trade. So it's the market is a bit hard today. This is really something that the ES came in exactly to our target and it finished. Amazing. Look at this. To the tick, to our target, and it vanished. Let's see if the ES is any trade. There is no trade on the ES with the swing trading. There is price action. There is no trade right now. There's nothing moving on the ES Nasdaq Dow Jones on the price action. There is no movement whatsoever. And the scalpers are going in the circle with the ES Nasdaq and YM. They make one trade and lose one trade. So the market right now today is really nasty day for a market, and it is. That's the way it is. Welcome to trading. So it is very important to see the good day and the bad day. Once I see a new signal, then I turn the microphone on. Okay, guys, we've been going in the circle all morning, and there is not much going on. It's just going in the circle, up and down, up and down. There is no direction. And so, welcome to trading. You will have those bad days and a good days. But today, there is no movement. There is nothing we can do about it. The scalping are going up and down in a way, going to in the circle. The swing trading are doing very well because they took one direction and they stay on that direction. Also on the price action, the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, they are never got to the green today with the system. So it's very good to see the good and the bad day. It's not a bad day, but there is no movement. So we are just sitting in the circle doing nothing with it. A little small trade here and there, but even on the swing trading, I mean, there is not too much numbers. It's just a very small one. And the Nasdaq 190, the 30-year Treasury bond is 125. The DAX ES $50, $65. This very low numbers for swing trading. The scalping is going in the circle, just generating a trade, and it's not. They're not going anywhere. They make one trade, they lose one trade. The So today, I'm so glad that we can also show a good days and a bad days. But today it is going in the circle, the market, and it's not getting anywhere. You make one trade, you lose one trade. You make one trade, you lose one trade. So in those days here, if whatever type of instruments you are using or indicators or something, um, it doesn't have to be your auto trade, because what we're looking at, three different system, and three different system here, from the scalping to the swing trading to the price action, is struggling. And that tells you it's not your system, it is the market not moving, and there is nothing we can do about it except call it off for today and not get ourselves in trouble. Very good movements on the CL today, but Dow Jones, Nasdaq, YM, they're just nightmare today, actually. Um, that's all what we have today, and I'm so glad we are able also to share bad days in the market, and we'll try tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow it will be much better. Thank you very much for today, and see you another day. Bye for now.